Hello, and welcome back to the madness. It is Monday. Okay, so didn't get a lot of stitching done this weekend, which I let myself slack on it. I did stitch every day. I'm really trying hard to keep that going all year long. What did I stitch on? Oh, yes. Okay, so Friday and Saturday, I stitched on Life on the Ocean Wave. The 2 days put together, I got 200 stitches. The first day, I think I only did like 35 stitches or something like that. Because, I went to the Crime Junkies podcast live theater thing. Then Saturday I finished it up to 200. I feel like I stitched on something else that day too. Where did my day go? I worked in the morning. Then I came home. Yeah, that's right. I didn't sleep good Friday night because I knew I had to be up at 6:30 in the morning so I could, my throat now, so I could be to work by 7:30. So I kept waking up, seeing if I overslept. And then when I came home, every time I was just about to fall asleep, someone called or texted me, and I was so pissed. And it was my family, so I was on Do Not Disturb, but because it's them, I get disturbed. And it was, well, it wasn't stupid shit, but it was very annoying. Becca was important. Jonathan's was telling me that they were bringing the dog and they would be there around 2 o'clock. And then John was just, John. So, all morning and afternoon, it was more like afternoon because I didn't get home until almost noon. I tried to take a nap, wasn't happening. And then, after I got Becca from work, I came home, stitched for a while. That's when I made it to 200, and I was like, screw this. And I told John I was gonna go take a nap. So then I took a nap for like 3-4 hours, and it was a good nap. And then, yeah, I don't remember what happened the rest of the night. I probably played on my phone, and, me and John were watching OP Live, that's right. Yeah, so I was just playing on my phone and watching OP Live, and then, went to bed and was listening to the book. Then yesterday, I got up and got in the shower, started doing the housework, then did my planner. Oh, I did the bills. Yeah, that's right. I was setting up the bills, so that took a good while. I write out all the bills. I take this piece of paper. I have 3 places where I record the bills. I know it's stupid, but first I have like this check mark thing in Google Sheets. Tells me when it's due, how much, and when I pay it, it gets a little green check mark, right? And then I write all my bills out on a piece of paper. I try to do 3 months in advance of, on this week, this is the bills I'm paying, you know? So I did all that. And then when I actually pay them, then I go into my calendar thing and write it there. So, yeah, it's crazy, I know. And then each thing gets checked. So I go to the computer and I put the green check mark on the notebook. I highlight the one I paid, and then in my bills calendar, I write it out that I paid it. I know. Anywho, I like my system. So, oh God, my back. So by the time I actually sat down to stitch, then I was like, ooh, I'm hungry. We had pizza the night before. I heat myself up some pizza, and I was watching, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this show now. It's a little cheesy, I have to say. It is a little cheesy, but I've been watching, Doc Odyssey. It's on Hulu. Well, I watch apps, you know, so I think, if I had to guess, I think it's an ABC show. I don't know. But I got to episode 5. So I was eating my lunch watching that, and then I did 200 stitches in my gnome, which I know is not a lot, but it's okay. I completed 4 colors yesterday, so that's a total of 6 colors completed. And it was fun. It was relaxing, and I wasn't like pushing myself. And the reason it took so long to get that little bit of stitches is because I was doing the outline of the beard, because I'm hoping tomorrow to have everything done except for the inside of the beard, so it can be my car project, because you can see the snow is gone. Now it's 45 right now, but it is supposed to get up to 69 degrees today, and for the rest of the week it does not hit below 0. So that means the snow is done for right now. Trust me, John's birthday is April 4th, and there's been times where it's been a snowstorm on his birthday. So I know the snow can still happen. It can still happen. But I don't want it to happen. And I don't bring projects in my car when we have a bunch of snow because of the salt. The salt gets everywhere. My pants and jacket is covered with it because I have to go in my hatch to get the packages out, and I'm short, so that means I have to lean on my bumper, so my lap gets all full of salt, and my jacket gets just salty because everything else is salty, you know. And I have to touch the latch. My hands are it's a salty mess, and I'm not cross-stitching with salt. So today after work, I plan on scrubbing my car so I can start bringing cross-stitch. Yeah. So that's basically all I did. Didn't do a floss tube. It's okay. The sad thing is, I already had to do 5,300 stitches with everything that I need to catch up. So, yeah, we didn't need to do Monopoly this week. That's for sure. I do plan on cracking down on a lot of that. I don't know, Turtle Quaker, I just wasn't feeling it. And I should have just switched projects, but I never did. So, I didn't get a lot of stitching, and I just wasn't in the mood to stitch either. So, I think I burnt myself out from the last week, which I think I told you that in the last vlog. But anywho. Okay, so, I need to go to the car wash. I hope it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I can't see you guys because of the sun glaring on the phone. Yeah, so hopefully we're gonna have a good stitchy day. You know, I'm gonna come back and do another clip. Let me load and I'll come back because I gotta talk about last night. Okay, so after we ate dinner, which I saw I don't know if I talked about this, but I saw a recipe on TikTok and I tried it. And so what you do is you take hamburger patties and you put them in a bowl, not in a bowl. So what I did is you take 6, well they said 8, but for our family, 6 hamburger patties, you know, frozen hamburger patties. And a can of cream of mushroom soup. Now their recipe was then a package of au jus dip, I think it's called, but you know, just one of those packages, and then a package of brown gravy, and you sprinkle that over it. Oh, I know what I forgot. I forgot so then you're supposed to put a cup or 2 cups of beef broth, which I forgot to do that. But the way I made it last night, I don't need the beef broth. So when I did that, it was just way too salty. I mean, it was not good. I didn't like it. So last night we tried a different version. I'm like, okay, I like the concept of the hamburger patties and how easy it was. Oh, you're making Salisbury steak. Did I say that? Homemade Salisbury steak, but a fast and easy way. So, and then she said to put it on for $3.50 for an hour. Well, it just happened the day that I made it, John and Becca were an hour and a half late. So mine actually cooked for 2.5 hours. Teresa made it too, and at the time that it said, was it an hour or was it 30 minutes? I don't remember. I think it was I don't remember now. Maybe it said 30 minutes. When she went to go check hers, her patties were still frozen. So I was like, okay, I want to try this recipe again. So what I did is I took the can of mushroom soup, and this lady didn't layer it. She just put the stuff in there and then just plopped it all on top. I layered the bottom with soup. Then I put the patties. Then I salt, pepper, garlic. Then I put a little bit of layer of the soup in between the patties. Put the other patties, salt, pepper, garlic. And then put the rest of the soup on top. And then I took, I think it was called family size Hunt's brown gravy, and I dumped that on it and kind of mixed it a little bit, but not too much. Next time I'm going to, in a bowl, mix them both up so it's a better consistency of soup and gravy. But John did it in the pan, so it's no big deal. But I think it'd just be easier if it was, you know, mixed up already. So, what is the speed limit? It's 45 and I'm doing 35. I'm like, I feel like I'm going way too slow on this road. The flavor was so much better. It wasn't salty. And John and Becca was like, yeah, we like it this way. I'm like, well, I think next time, because I guess I'm not a big brown gravy tasting fan. So next time, I said, next time can we try either turkey gravy or chicken gravy? I said, we'll still do the mushrooms. And I think what I'll do too is maybe I'll do a couple of splashes of Worcestershire sauce on the hamburger meat. And maybe do like a cup of beef broth in there. I don't know. I don't know how the two would mix. But I think it would be better with, I'd probably do turkey gravy because I like that one. I haven't tried the chicken one. What I need to do is I need to make a recipe. Where am I going? Oh my God, I'm just talking and not paying attention. It's usually because I have to go this way when I'm first thing in the morning. I get on Utica, I go all the way out there, but I'm not today. Yeah, so I'm gonna play around with the recipe, and then when I have the recipe exactly how I want it, then I'm going to do a what's in the pot. Because I mean, this is a fast and easy. So I put mine on 400 for an hour and a half. And it was absolutely perfect. And then we had mac and cheese with it. I wasn't in the mood for mashed potatoes. So then after we ate, I finished what I was going to do on the gnome. And I want to say it's 8 o'clock at this time, right? So I tell the girls, okay, I'm going to bed. I'm going to go read my book. And I'm only reading for 2 hours and then I'm going to sleep. They're like, yeah, right. Yeah. I'm like, no. Seriously, that's what I'm going to do. Well, seriously. I was supposed to be in bed by... Okay, so I only had, like, I think it was 6.5 hours left on my book, right? And I was only supposed to read it for 2 hours. And that would be 10:30. I was supposed to go to bed, right? At 1 o'clock in the morning, I had an hour and a half left of the book, and I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. And I turned it off and went to bed. Let me tell you, I was so close to being like, oh, it's only an hour and a half. What's an hour and a half? Well, the difference between an hour and a half would be cranky Becky today or happy Becky. And Becky has an hour and a half to listen to her book today while she's working. Yeah, so that was my night. So I don't know what I'm going to work on tonight. I think I'm just going to actually, like, right when I get home. Oh, I know what I'm working on. I'm working on the gnome. But I don't think that's going to take me all night. I don't know what I want to work on. I kind of like just being able to do whatever I want and not having set goals right now. I'm in one of those kind of moods. Don't tell me what to stitch on. Okay, so can I get around to do that one before someone pulls in and takes that? We will see. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna make it. It's mine, it's mine. I need gas. Okay, so that's what's happening. After I get done with the gnome, I'll just go in my, I already have them all right there, what I have to do, so I'll just pick it and go. Who knows, maybe I'll pick out Life on the Ocean Wave, and because the temperatures were very cool to me this time. I only have to work on, now I got the hiccups. 3 projects or 4 projects? Because a couple of the numbers hit. I think it's only 3 projects. Because Ocean Wave hit either 2 or 3 times. And then something else hit. So I think Ocean Wave hit 3 times. And then something else hit. Pumpkin Quaker hit 2 times. And then I had Black Vintage and Country Sal hit. So maybe I'll knock out the little ones first. What I really need to do is to knock out the Monopoly, because next week I'm going to have 6 Monopolies, and I don't want to carry over any of these Monopolies. So that's what I need to do, is right after the gnome to pick one of the Monopolies. Which I can't, I think one is Tonight We Ride, and the other one is something. Okay, I gotta get off here. I gotta get gas. I gotta get my day started. I will see you guys in the next one. Ooh, it is. Oh shit. Friday. Yeah. So I didn't do much stitching this week. I did stitch every day, at least 50, but it was nothing really to come on here and talk about. Didn't really start stitching until yesterday. So, well, no, Wednesday night. Wednesday night's when I really started stitching. So, I did end up finishing the Irish gnome. So, over the week, I've done 1,200 stitches in the Irish gnome. But I didn't want to come on, I did 50 on the Irish gnome. And then the next day, I did 150, you know. But Wednesday night and I don't think you guys even know. So Becca started a new job. Maybe I did. Yes, I told you about Walmart's and how she starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I get up at 4, then I come home and I stitch. It's working out to be, I stitch for like 3 hours and then I take a nap before work. So I sleep like another 2 hours. Because I just can't go to bed at 8 o'clock. So I go to bed, but then I'm listening to a book and playing on my phone until like 11 o'clock. So I try my hardest to be asleep by 11:30. I get up at, well, first alarm goes off 4:10, then 4:20. I get up, I take my shower, take her to work, come back, stitch until I start yawning. Then I take it, and usually it's stitching and reading a book at the same time. Take a nap, come home. Depending on what time I get home, I stitch for a little bit, take a nap, eat dinner, stitch for a little bit, then go to bed and start the whole routine all over again. So I'm not sleeping constantly 8 hours. I'm getting like 2 or 3 naps in. So yeah. So I've been stitching on that. Then can I sneak? Okay. This is driving me crazy. These people, you see the big thing, they wait till the very end to get over. I don't know how many times I've almost been hit because they realize that the barrels are closing in on them and they scoot over real fast. So I've been, I hate going through clouds like that. I've been trying to stay in that lane over here because I can't. But see, usually it's not that. It's like right here where they would be scooting over. They started back there further this time. Hopefully they get this shit done fast too. Who's honking? Anywho, so I've stitched on the Irish gnome. I finally got over the hump. I think it was Tuesday night. All I did was hold Pumpkin Quaker in my hand. Or was that Monday night? One of those nights, all I did was hold it. And then put it down, and I picked something else up to get at least my 50 stitches in. It was probably Irish gnome, if I'm gonna be honest with myself. So, and then the next day I was talking to Teresa, and I'm like, I don't know what's my problem. And we both like kind of figured it out together, is that it was such a small little piece of thread. And mind you, this is the fancy floss from, I don't remember what country. And Alforce embroidery. I never can say that word right. It's their floss. So, and I made sure that I bought the one that had extra in it. I can't remember what pack that was, but I was gonna buy 2 packs of it, and then when we were ordering the floss, Danielle said this would give you plenty of extra. So if I ordered it this way, so I did it that way. Anywho, so I told her, okay, I'm gonna go home and I'm just going to cut the floss and start with the whole new strand. And I did 200 stitches before you knew it. But then I had to put it up because I had to go back to the Irish gnome because I wanted to finish the Irish gnome this week. I would really like to finish it in a flat finish to actually have it up for St. Patrick's Day, but I ain't pushing it. At least it's done. It will be fully finished by next year. Because this summer, I plan on fully finishing a whole bunch of shit. I have a pile under my computer. I have 3 of those zipper bags that you get from Amazon that you can't see through. They're like mesh looking. I have 3 bags full of those. So I need to get my stuff made so when the season comes, I can actually, you know, put it up. What else? Man, it is so cold out here. It's supposed to be 69 degrees, but damn, the mornings, okay, you are falling out of the car thing. The mornings are just awful. So I finished, I think the book was called Priest. Oh my God. This morning I finished Devil Cake Murder, and they left us on a cliffhanger, and I started, I don't remember what the next one is, Devil Food Cake, I think it is, and they haven't even brought up how it ended. They just started off where she's getting ready to find another dead body. It's like, no, you ended talking to Norman. Can we go back to the Norman conversation? So, I will tell you one thing. If she does not end up with Norman, I'm going to be pissed. If she ends up with Mike, I will stop reading the book series. Because, no. And I think I'm on book 16 now. Okay. Yeah. Not happy. Not happy at all. What else did I finish? Haunting Adeline, both books. I finished those this week. I want to finish Captured this weekend. So, yeah. I'm working on, I'm like, what did I stitch on this morning? I was like blanking out. Today I'm working on, oh my God, what is it called? The Three Witches on the Broom. Something about ride. Tonight we ride. Oh my God. Yes. I need to wake up. Tonight we ride. I have to do, I think, 500 or 700 stitches in it. I already have, it's either 300 or 400 in. I don't remember. I was so exhausted this morning. It was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. Goodbye. Let me get in and get my stuff, and then I'll do one more clip. Okay, so back in the car. Yeah, so I'm going to listen to that, and I want to finish Captive. I actually brought Captive with me, so I'm hoping, and I brought my headphones. I'm reading Captive on Kindle Unlimited speech to text. So I'm hoping if I tap my earpiece, it will pause when I need it to pause. Because it's hard listening to the Kindle in the car. Because you have to tap a certain spot, and it's just, if you were to accidentally push the page to turn the page, then you could really lose your spots. I have plenty of times. And with that, you don't have a 15-second or 30-second rewind. You gotta read the whole damn page over again. And I just, it irritates me. So we're gonna try this. Hopefully it works. But yeah, I need to finish Tonight We Ride. It was called for Monopoly, and it had a couple of temperatures. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's 50 or 500 or 700. I don't really remember. I was gonna look today before I started stitching on it, and I'm like, I'll stop at 500. Why do I keep wanting to say 50? 500 to check if I still need to go, or if I was in a groove, I was just going to keep on going, you know. And then I can't, for the life of me, remember what's the next Monopoly that I have to do. I'm pretty sure I have one more Monopoly that I have to do. And I want to say it's only for 200. So those are going to be worked on. I want to work on the cruise ship. And I want to work on Hogwarts Express. And then from there, I don't know what I'll work on. What I should do is I should get the country sale, the last country sale, December. That's what I was trying to say. Get that one ready to go and put it in my car for my car stitching. Because my tablet that I do my Kindle text-to-speech is the same Kindle for my pattern keeper for the car. So that's my, it's got 3 purposes. It's my Kindle. Now that you can actually, I don't have to use the stupid Fire one. Now I can actually do text-to-speech on a tablet. Who knows how long that's been going on, but I was on TikTok and saw how you enable it on your tablet. So, and here's another thing too. The text-to-speech on the tablet is a different voice than on the Fire tablets. I couldn't think. I was going to keep wanting to say Fire Stick. Like, it's not the Fire Stick. Oh my god, and I forgot I can listen to Audible on my TV. Ooh, we might change what books we're listening to. Because on the weekends, I like to listen to books on my TV while they're gone. Ooh. We're gonna have to revisit that one. Anywho. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's my pattern keeper for the car, my Kindle Unlimited, and it's my Monopoly Go for my Becky account. I have 2 accounts. Because when my son set it up, he did it as my old profile. So now I just changed that profile to Toby, and it has Toby's picture. And I'm glad I don't have to log on it every day. It's just there. So then I was like, me and John really got into Monopoly Go. And so we both had tablets, and we're like, let's make our second accounts. So his second account is Reaper, and mine is Becky, the Facebook that I use now. So, and right now we're doing this building. I don't know what we're building. It's some kind of cake. It's probably a cake. It's always a cake, I think. I don't know. Whatever. We're building something. Maybe it's a building. I didn't really pay attention. So it doesn't even, I don't even know why I'm going on. You guys aren't interested in Monopoly. Anyways, Becky and Reaper are playing against each other, and Toby and John are playing against each other. And I just think it's funny because last night I'm like, okay, so Toby and John are playing. And he's like, what? I said, you're just playing Toby and John right now. Don't play Becky with John. He was like, oh, okay. Now he understood. Anyway. Yeah, now I just feel like I'm rambling. There's nothing else really to talk about. Oh, shows I've been watching. I finished the US traders, and then I started the UK traders. I'm only 5 episodes in. 6 episodes, something like that. Ooh, the Aquamom thing. That was interesting. I only watched the first episode so far. But it was basically the media who went after that woman. It's like, I was getting upset with it because you have the Duggars who have 18 kids. And you have other families, I forgot who they mentioned too, that have more than, I think she has 14 kids total. But because they had husbands, it was fine. Now I understand, yes, she was on government assistance, but don't tell me those Duggars weren't on government assistance too at some point. It's just, I don't know. And it was a pure accident, really, for the next, she was hoping to get 1 or 2 more kids. She didn't mean to be pregnant with 8 kids from what I've watched last night. So, I don't know. I was feeling a little bad for the lady. And basically, the hospital sold her out. Which I told Danielle, I said, if I was her, I would have sued the hospital for leaking my information. Because I wonder if that's when the HIPAA law started. It was about that time, wasn't it? Or was the HIPAA law already in effect, and then you could really sue the pants off of the hospital? I don't know. So, yeah, so I watched that. And OP Live. I didn't watch a lot of TV. I've been basically reading books this week. So, okay. I hope you guys have a great Stitchy week and week. And I will see you in the next one. Leave me a comment at the bottom or 3 emojis or something, just so I know that you guys are watching and you like it. Okay, bye guys.